other stakeholders to improve the sector. She said the Ghana Shippers Authority are always ready to partner any organization to improve service standards in the sector to protect and promote the interest of shippers in Ghana. She further noted that the authority has held several sensitization and stakeholders engagement nationwide to ensure Ghana does not face future restrictions in the export of fruit and vegetables. Also, as a member of the National Air Facilitation Committee of the International Air Transport Association, the Ghana Shippers Authority has prioritized the improvement of air cargo through its regular engagement with stakeholders in the industry. One of such engagement was with the Global Cold Chain Alliance, temperature control cargo operators, and other stakeholders in the sector. Air cargo availability was a key topic discussed at this year's Exporters Forum organized by the Ghana Shippers Authority. The president of the Ghana chapter of the Women's International Shipping and Trading Association, WISTA, Jamilat Jawula Mahama, has been elected and appointed as the first black woman to be the secretary of WISTA International at the just-ended annual general meeting in Geneva, Switzerland. Mrs. Jawula Mahama and elected new president LP Patwike of Greece and other executives would steer affairs of the association for a 2-year renewable term. The meeting, held on October 28, 2022 at the iconic hotel President Wilson, continued with a conference under the theme Collaboration for Sustainability Cross-Industry Solution for the Future. WISTA International has a total membership of 56 national WISTA associations, and each is represented by the president or delegate at the AGM and cast their vote for their country's choice for the president. More than 250 members from over 35 countries out of the 56 nationals were present at this year's AGM in Geneva. At the AGM, the Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization, Kitak Lim, encouraged the women to champion higher positions and hold each other's hand to climb the maritime ladder. Having led a team of women in WISTA Ghana Association to achieve greater feats both locally and globally, taking her part to address the AGM, the new secretary, Jawula Mahama, noted that as she led the WISTA Ghana Association to achieve greater feats, both locally and globally, she will become an ambassador for Ghanaian women in the maritime industry. WISTA Ghana president is also currently the executive director of Lofrec Ghana and Northern Share. Prior to this, she worked with the United Nations African Union Hybrid Mission, Darfur, Sudan, as deputy chief movement controller. She is also former alternate permanent representative of Ghana to the International Maritime Organization, London. Jamilat Mahama is a chartered member of Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers, London, and holds an MSc in Maritime Affairs, Shipping from WMU, Malmö, Sweden, and an MA in Personal Management, CDG, Germany. The Ghanaian delegation to this year's annual general meeting included Africa Director and former EXCO member of WISTA International, Mrs. Nadine Sua-Aite, General Manager in charge of Corporate and Marketing of GPHA and President of Wimoka Ghana, Mrs. Esther Jebidonko, and the General Manager of Finance for GPHA, Mausi Sapati, and the former Deputy Transport Minister, Joyce Mokhtari Bawa. The Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, is blaming the high cost of goods in the country on the reintroduction of the benchmark value. According to its president, Dr. Joseph Obeng, the 50% reduction of the benchmark value of import is illegal. He is therefore calling for the reversal of the policy because it does not conform to the World Trade Protocols. Speaking to Maritime and Port News, Dr. Obeng pointed out that the benchmark value was responsible for the rising cost of goods in the country. Dr. Obeng further bemoaned why customs have to use this transactional value but are now using their own discretion to bring out a set of values to benchmark prices for importers. According to him, everyone is blaming the trading community for high price of goods and services, but that is not true, and it is impacting on their businesses. The benchmark value discount policy was introduced in April 2019 by government in an attempt to make the Ghanaian port competitive, reduce smuggling, discount of 50% on the delivery or benchmark values of import with the exception of vehicles. A strike of port workers is expected to commence today, 9th November 2022 at the port of Antwerp, starting at 6 a.m. local time and ending at the same time the next day. Belgian trade unions are staging strike, with the Socialist Union calling a general strike, while the Christian and Liberal unions will organize protests, including strike staff meetings and demos, according to the in-cap shipping services. As a result, there will be work stoppage and restrictions in large part of public life in Belgium. The reason for the union calling for a strike is rising energy costs, according to local media. Now, during the one-day announced strike, the terminal will be closed for operations and no inland deliveries or pickups will be possible until the end of the strike action. The port of Antwerp is expected to suffer delays and operational difficulties as pilots, tax, and other port personnel are expected to participate in the strike action. Furthermore, there may be disruptions to train traffic, while restrictions are also to be expected at the port, in particular Brussels, Zaventem, and Brussels Chariot. On this note, to wrap up this morning's edition of Maritime and Port News, proudly sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority. They provide you with the best in all your shipping solutions. You can contact them at the Shippers House in Accra. My name is Nanesi Boateng, my producer, Kwikwa Boji. Have a great Maritime and Port Day.